Hello, I'm Finola Burke from RaaS, and welcome to our 2023 Outlook series. In this session, we're focusing on workforce compliance monitoring and management company, Kinatico, ASX ticker KYP, which was previously known as CV Check. And joining me is CEO Michael Ivanchenko. Welcome, Michael, to our Outlook series.
Good morning, Finola.
Morning. And look, congratulations on your result. You've just put out your Q2 FY23 numbers with a 10th consecutive quarter of positive operating cash flow. Within that, subscription revenues are obviously up very strongly, up 59% to $1 million, and overall revenues up around 3%. And you've also announced some significant cost savings. Following on from that, how are you positioned for the second half of FY23, Michael?
Look, we think all of the groundwork we've been doing in terms of the transformation of the company from purely a transactional screening and background company into a more holistic end-to-end workforce compliance organisation is working. And that is evidenced by the fact that we've seen the strong growth in SaaS revenue, and a proportion of that SaaS growth includes the conversion of existing customers that previously would have been counted as transactional revenue, now under SaaS agreements. And increasingly, that is our approach that we want to see more of, where what we're doing and the core strategy of the company is around putting context around credential validation and background screening, not just point in time. It's not just a piece of information that just gets checked when it's person is being hired and never looked at again. A lot of this information needs to be updated and maintained and monitored throughout. And that is the platforms and the value we bring to organisations. And for that, we can actually move organisations from a single transaction into a recurring SaaS revenue theme. So that is the approach to look at more for the year. We're going to continue to look to grow the SaaS revenue business, increase total revenue at the same time, even if that means, which for me is a positive, the percentage of that revenue that is SaaS will continue to increase.
And Michael, just looking back a little bit on 2022, because it was an incredibly busy year for Kinatico. I mean, you expanded your SaaS offering with the launch of real-time workforce monitoring and management. You recruited a number of sales team for the SaaS side of the business. You did the agreement with Scantech to implement biometric ID verification automation services, and then you also changed your name to Kinatico to more closely reflect the Know Your People focus of the company now. When can we see these initiatives translate into revenue momentum for the business?
So certainly we expect ongoing growth in this half of the year. There's no denying that it is a fluid market economy at present. However, we also see that as an opportunity. The uncertainty and doubt in certain markets leads to the increase around the necessities of having confidence of workforce compliance. The last thing companies can afford in these times is to be further caught up in any reputational damage or issues within an organisation. Plus, you don't want to be spending business cycles managing your workforce compliance. You want to be concentrating on your business and growing it and doing what you need to do. Our solutions do that. We make workforce compliance real time and simple, and therefore remove the operational overhead. So that combined with the fact that we've increased the sales staff with SaaS specialist experienced individuals, we believe we're in a good position to actually then take advantage of those dynamics. All at the same time, you also mentioned the costs out and Scantech with biometrics. This is all about us setting up and continuing to evolve the business to be as efficient, as responsive as we can be. So as that volume of information continues to go through the business, we're able to handle that scale without the need to increment headcount. And the recent announcement of 19% headcount reduction is evidence to that platform and the systems we put in place to do that.
Michael, more generally, there's been significant M&A activity in Kinatico's industry peer group, particularly over the last 6 months. Are you seeing any opportunities for Kinatico to benefit from this trend?
I'm hopeful, I would say, like whether there's a lot of good companies out there who now are terribly undervalued, or as we see the evolving stage of the regtech industry, scale is important. And so certainly we remain on the lookout for inorganic growth opportunities. But equally, the more successful we are as we continue to grow SaaS, we are and will garner interest.
Well, Michael Ivanchenko, thank you very much for joining me today to discuss Kinatico's outlook for 2023. I'm looking forward to checking back with you through the course of the year on your progress.
Thanks, Finola.